Hello everybody. I'm coming to you right now in a video because sometimes people can't make it to the very beginning of class and I really want them to have a sense of what we're doing today because it's a little bit different. Sometimes it's good to do things a lot different or a little bit different, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to do a thing that falls into the category of neurographic art. And so neuro having to do with the brain, graphic having to do with pictures. You can definitely look this up, so as you look in the module about how it's spelled, you can see more about neurographic art. But basically what I want you to understand about it is art can be a way to work through some things. And so working through things can mean for a lot of people a lot of different things. Some people they journal, they write about things. Some people share things with other teenagers, other adults, just be able to like talk things over. Sometimes just, taking a walk and doing some thinking. But we need to process things that go on in our life. And so I know that for me, I like to engage in art a lot of times in a way where I don't necessarily know why I'm doing it, but just to take a time to just get lost in it. And so that's going to be a lot of what we're doing right now, is just doing something where we get lost in something. And so let me show you how to do it. Okay, so you're going to need your sketchbook and you're going to need your Sharpie. And the videos and the PowerPoint, I do want you to look at that because the more you see, the more it can make sense. But I just want to show you a quick thing about getting started because I don't want anyone going through and looking at a PowerPoint, looking at videos and feeling like I am lost. And so let me show you just the beginning of it, and then do please look at all that. So what I'm going to do is show you a little something about, for one, if you're using Sharpie on your paper, it will go right through. Some of you have already found that out, and you're like, oh no, I got it on the next page, and sometimes even beyond that. So if you're trying to preserve how many pages you have in here, then get something you can tuck in there. So I got to cut mine down a little bit here, but I got my Lucky Charms box. It's a little bit too big, at least height-wise, but it's great for making sure that my stuff's not going through. And so I encourage you to try that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something just really kind of haphazard and wild, like conflict can be. So I want you to be realizing that the first lines we do can be a little bit wild. And then what I want you to do is something that's a little bit more calm. Slow down a little bit more. Slow down a bit more. And I'm going from end to end. So it needs to go start on one end and end on another end. It could. Let me slow down on the third one. And let me slow down even more on a fourth one. They can loop, they can go straight, they can curve, they can zigzag. And maybe you do 5 lines, so start on an edge somewhere, maybe go somewhere where you don't have anything going on right now, and maybe start over there. And by the 5th one, I really want you to slow down. So the idea is start out really fast. Start out, maybe what you would call wild, and work yourself into a calm mode. And as soon as you have that done, it's going to be a chance to go and smoothen everything out. And so what you'll see in the videos, but I just want to be real clear about, is we're trying to get rid of all sharp angles. And so if I go into, like, for example, like right here, there's definitely a sharp angle, and I can just put a little curve on it, and that'll get rid of that sharp angle, at least on the inside. Well, it's still sharp on the outside, so I'll probably want to come get a little bit bigger, round that out. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take off all the sharp corners. Now, if you look at anywhere where 2 lines intersect, there's actually going to be 4 curves that get made. So like right here, there's 4 lines there's 4 quadrants. There's 2 lines that make that. Therefore, there should be 1 curve. There should be another curve. There should be another one and another one. Now, they don't always have to be the same size. You might do things that are like a larger curving that goes on. So you might do one that's smaller. You might do one like if I'm going to go find another one that has 4, like maybe right here. I could go have this one be like really big curve. Maybe this one's going to be a little one. Maybe this one here. And the idea here is I want to put in these curves to get started. So there's a lot more to this, without a doubt. But this is just how you get started, just so that everyone can get started. I want you to just start in with putting maybe 5 lines that take you from an edge to an edge. and start out very rapid, wild, crazy, sharp, any of those things that are the opposite of calm. And then what I want you to do is switch over to calming it down little by little, little by little. And this can be something of a meditative kind of work, something that you can do that I want you to have some peaceful focus when you do this, concentrating on just smoothing out lines, smoothing out points, and get everything, we'll say, in a calmer, smoother manner. And the quick explanation of the research behind this, some scientists that have gone through and dedicated some time and work to what's going on in our brains when we do this, that it's doing some calming and some connecting of how we can attach our attentions to things in our life that are sharp and maybe therefore unpleasant, and smooth them out. And so taking this kind of an activity, kind of like a meditative activity that we can do, is going to be something that I hope can just be a moment of just peacefulness and just work through it. And so I'm not going to show you everything in this little video. I just want to encourage you to really give this a shot and just see what happens when you get into this process, starting by the curves and switching to lines that you're just kind of floating between thick and thin lines, that it's just going to be this thing that over time can look really cool. Absolutely can look really cool. Anytime you do art, you want to think about, is that happening? But mostly, am I taking the time to focus on this calming activity? All right, so enjoy doing this. Please go through. First thing I want you to do is deal with the question that's below. Just taking just a quick life check, what pops in your mind about the two questions below, about, we'll say, like those things that are going really well, or maybe a specific thing that went really well, and things that are stressing you out either right now, today, or just in the last week or so, things where you're really getting down. So take some time and answer those questions, and then watch the stuff below to get everything to